welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we're in my kitchen. What are we making? We'll be making some chicken salad. I am so happy and so excited to actually do this finally. I will be talking about hair and doing something that I really love doing, which is cooking. So I hope you guys really do enjoy this video. If you guys want more videos like this, give me a massive thumbs up by liking this video, and also don't forget to comment down below and let me know how you found this video, or just let me know about any unpopular opinion that you have about natural hair or anything that you'd like to say to me. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also share this video with your friends. So these are my personal opinions. You guys are more than welcome to disagree or agree, or even share your own opinions in the comment section down below. All the ingredients will be listed in my Instagram cooking highlights. If you guys don't follow me on my Instagram, where you can actually see all these ingredients, then please go ahead and follow me there. By the time I actually upload this video, the ingredients should be there. First one, actually, I'm not gonna count them. Natural hair products really aren't that expensive. And I once asked on Twitter that, like, because people usually say that natural hair products are expensive, and then I asked, like, on Twitter in general, like, okay, so if you guys say that natural hair products are expensive, what do you guys mean? You know, like, how much do you actually spend on natural hair products? And then someone said that the only reason why they say that is because they can't afford to be paying 100 Rand for, like, let's say for example a shampoo, and then they also pay for like 100 Rand for like a conditioner, and then they also still need to buy other things. And I was actually quite shocked, because at that time I had not spent so much money on natural hair products. That's mainly the reason why I actually started this channel, because I was like, there isn't much information about the cheaper products, because I've spent almost 250 on natural hair products and my hair grew quite well. It was healthy, it was great, it was amazing, you know. And I just feel like people are just not exposed to products like brands like KVL, ORS, Organics, VO5, Palmless, Dove. Like, those brands actually do have affordable products, and if you do want to grow like natural hair, there's absolutely nothing wrong with actually buying the affordable products and just making them work for you. Having sulfates on your hair products really isn't the end of the world. Let's be honest and let's be realistic. It's not the end of the world. It's not going to damage your hair, it's not going to break your hair, it's not going to stop your hair from growing. But obviously it's always good to be like aware of the damage that it can actually cause. But what I'm saying is that if you're a person that can only afford to buy products with sulfates because they're cheaper for you and they're affordable, then go ahead and actually buy them. Because I find that we're actually so focused on like the hair product, like what does it have? Oh, it's got this and that and everything, and then you don't buy it. But then we eat like junk food, all the bad food, all the food that is bad for our hair, all the food that is not going to be nourishing our hair and actually giving us healthy hair, but we eat it anyway. But when it comes to products, we're so strict about the type of ingredients that are there, and I just feel like that's a bit unfair. Some of us actually use like hair products that aren't actually good for us, because we actually don't know how we want our hair to feel at the end of the day. I've honestly complained about leave-in conditioners. I said the ones that I've used so far, I'm not impressed with them because I don't like how they actually leave my hair afterwards. I mean, after applying them, everything is nice, you know, my hair does feel like amazing and stuff. But then in the long run, my hair is just not maintaining that texture, and it doesn't look the way I want it to look. It looks rather stringy and very weak, you know, and that's not what I'm trying to get from a leave-in conditioner. So I just feel like a lot of us actually do use products and we don't know how we want our hair to feel at the end of the day. And also, moving on from that one, I also feel like a lot of us buy products and we don't know how to use them. Now, this is actually a very sad story, because I remember this one time I had this other girl that DM'd me, and she was like, she just bought these products. She bought everything, like, from the brand, like every single product that they have, guys. Like, I was just like, wow. Then she sent me a picture of all her products, and she's like, this is what I have, and I've had it for a year or so. It's not working for me. What should I do? You know, like, I don't know how to use it. Everyone's been recommending the product, but I don't know how to use them. How can I get like the hair growth that they promised me and stuff? And I was just actually like saddened by that, because I'm just like, it's so sad how there's so much information about the products that you use, but there isn't as much information about the technique that you can actually use to gain the results that you want from the products. And that is also another thing that we find, is that we can't formulate like a routine with like products. You find that people are like everywhere, jumping everywhere. You're always trying out different things and you don't have anything set for you, like something set that is actually going to be personal and close to you, you know. Like, it's better if you've got that at first before you try like mixing with other people's things. Like, that's what I find easier to work with. Like, let's say for example I have a hair routine and I'm like, okay, I'd like to try out a protein treatment, you know. Then I'd go and check, okay, this person does this protein treatment this way. It's always easier if you have like the basics first for yourself, that you formulated for yourself, then you're working from there, you're growing from there. I really do find that that's another like unpopular opinion. We can't really formulate our own personal routines. We just rely on people to actually formulate like personal routines for us. At the end of the day, you must remember that on YouTube I can only show you like a portion of my hair regimen. I can only show you like 15% of it. I'm just documenting like a portion of it. That's not everything that I do. I'm just gonna chop some few mushrooms that I'm gonna roast with this chicken. Anyway, moving on. And another thing that you find is that some natural hair products are actually just average. Okay, for me personally, like I've used like average products. Like when I say average, I mean that you don't really get the desired effect that the product actually promises you. Maybe you do get the desired effect for a few minutes or so, but it doesn't last like forever, you know. So like I do find that it's a bit tricky when the products are actually trending, because sometimes you find that the only reason why people are using the products because the products are trending. Like not every product will work for us and for all of us, and not every routine will work for all of us. So it's very important to be very specific with how you actually want your hair to feel and how you actually want your hair to look after actually applying the product. And when I actually talk about average, I also mean like, oh my gosh guys, I don't know if I'm the only one that's actually obsessed about the scent of the product. For me, if the product does not smell amazing, I honestly I cut it off. It's not an amazing product. If the consistency is not what I expect, for example, if the conditioner is not as thick as I want it to be, I just cut it off. I cut the thing off. Like I'm done with it. I'm not impressed. Like if you're actually gonna make a hair product, a natural hair product, then the least you can do is actually put in effort in the same. Like I want my hair to smell like fruits. I want my hair to smell like flowers. I want my hair to smell amazing after using your product. I don't want my hair to smell like Dettol. Like I don't want my hair to smell like Dettol. I like when people actually compliment my hair, like, wow, your hair actually smells nice. And also it's another way of marketing your product. If people can't smell your product on my hair, then you might as well just not do it, you know. Expensive products aren't actually as good as the cheap products. Whew. Guys, if you come for me for this, then I don't know. I really don't know how I can help you in this regard, but that's the honest truth. Some expensive products aren't going to give you as great results as you get from the cheap products. I used expensive products and my hair was just dead. You know, it was dead. It wasn't doing it for me. If you don't know how you want your hair to be at the end of the day, then you don't know why you're using those products, you know. And then you get that food is actually more important than using products in your hair. The type of food you eat and whatever it is that you consume throughout the day. And I'm not saying now we should all go and formulate like diets for natural hair and stuff, for healthy, strong natural hair. That's not what I'm saying. That's not my point. My point is just make sure you're having balanced meals. If you guys don't believe me about the food thing, let's just take a moment and think about it. In the olden days, like way back, way before we had YouTube, way before we actually had natural hair products or whatever, they used to use like petroleum jelly mostly for moisturizing their hair, right? Only. I think that's the only thing they used back then. But actually really played like a huge role in their hair growth was the type of food they eat. People back in the days used to eat like really organic food. That's mostly the reason why they actually had like healthy hair back in the days. Like they had amazing hair back then. They weren't using so many things, they weren't doing so many things on their hair and stuff because the food they were eating was supplementing for all the products that they could have actually used on their hair. So I've seasoned my mushrooms with salt, pepper and garlic salt. They're gonna be so tasty, I promise you. So now I just need to prepare my tray. Guys, that's the trick. Cover it up with the foil and you will see your chicken breast is gonna be so tender. It's gonna be, oh guys, it's gonna be amazing. You'll see. So back to the tea. I personally feel like natural hair isn't as expensive as relaxed hair. And I'm personally saying this because I have been relaxed and I've also been natural for longer than being relaxed. With being relaxed, I feel like I spent a lot of money than when I was actually natural. Because I look at it in this way, like if you're relaxed and you're doing a hair treatment, you go to the salon. I used to go to the salon for almost everything because I didn't know how to actually take care of relaxed hair, honestly speaking. So you go to the salon and you go do a hair treatment, right? And you pay, for example, I'm not sure how much they charge, but let's say you pay 200 rand. You do a protein treatment, the protein treatment with a protein pack that you actually buy for 30 rand. And how can you say that natural hair is more expensive than relaxed hair when you pay more for treatments than when you can actually purchase treatments? I just find that it's a debate that's always there on Twitter, like people saying that people went natural because they broke or something like that. And I feel like that's not the case. As I said, for me it was expensive because I went to the salon. Some people actually treat their relaxed hair at home and they save a lot of money. I wasn't one of those people, unfortunately. I do find that natural hair isn't better than relaxed hair. What I do find is that they're equally the same. Like, they're equally better, they're equally the same, you know, because at the end of the day, it's both natural hair. Yes, I said it. Relaxed hair and natural hair is both natural hair. And by this, I mean that with relaxed hair, it grows from your scalp. The only difference is that there's been a chemical added to it and then it has lost its coil pattern. Other than that, it's still natural. It's not like someone took a wig and then they put it on their head and then they're saying it's their hair. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. But then I know some people will look at it as if like, oh, it's not natural hair because they weren't born with hair like this. But that's not the case. They just changed the hair that they were born with into something else and it's still their natural hair. Like, people with relaxed hair can literally say that that's their natural hair. It is their natural hair. That's the only hair they have on their head at that point in time. That is their natural hair. And the only thing we can say is that it's not 4C or 4 what, it's not type 4 or type 3 hair, because at the end of the day, it has lost the coil pattern, it has lost the curl pattern. Like, type 3 and type 4 hair are two different types of hair. With type 3 hair, what I do find is that it's just different. It reacts differently to treatments, it reacts differently to certain styles. We get different outcomes. I personally feel like it's difficult to relate to someone with type 3 hair than someone with type 4 hair. The curl pattern is definitely just not the same. If I do bantu knots and they do bantu knots, the outcome is totally different. And then when it comes to wash day routines, I personally feel like you don't need to wash your hair for the whole day. What are you washing for the whole day? 6 hours. And I feel like the only reason why that's the case is because people have not mastered shortcuts and they still do everything all in one day. So for example, if you want to actually do a protein treatment, you will do it on that day and you also do a deep conditioning treatment on that day. Like, it's not the wisest thing to do at that point in time. I know it seems efficient and the results won't be as great because you find that you actually didn't do one of the treatments properly. You know, because it's better if you isolate your treatments and then you'll see you won't be taking the whole day to actually wash your hair. And then another thing that I actually do find is that a lot of people actually do a lot of things on wash day and they don't even know what they're doing there. Like, for example, people pre-poo their hair. Now, I have nothing against pre-pooing or whatnot, but I personally do not know what pre-pooing is. I don't know why people actually do that thing. I don't see the need for it for my hair personally. Like, I feel like sometimes it's just a thing of we do things that we actually don't understand why we're actually doing them. I can't wash my hair in 20 minutes, like do everything. This thing of, oh, wash day is such a drag because it takes the whole day. It doesn't take the whole day. It honestly and truly does not take the whole day. I also feel like this is very important to stress. And I once said this on my Twitter. What I did say was that products don't give you the desired outcome. It's actually your technique and your routine. Especially hair growth products. I honestly feel like you guys just put like a whole lot of trust on products. Like, I can literally give you like my products as a stranger and as someone that doesn't know how to even use those products, someone doesn't even have a routine or a technique, and I'm just like, here are my products and you use them, you know. Like, let's see if your hair is gonna grow. I mean, obviously genes are gonna play a huge role, but let's just say everything is in your favor. Let's say the products do say that you need to apply them twice a day, for example, and you need to wash your hair on a daily basis, and you go ahead and you wash your hair once a month and you don't apply it twice a day, you apply it like once a week. How now is the product going to give you that desired effect or the desired hair growth that it promises if you're not using the product properly? So that's why I'm always saying, like, don't put like too much trust on products, but work on your technique. Use that technique to actually get the desired results that you want from the product. I don't know if I'm making sense, hey? But like, guys, don't spend like money on products and then you're just like, oh, my hair's gonna grow because I've got these products. Trust me, if you have products and they're sitting there, they're not thoroughly put on your hair, how's your hair gonna grow? It's coming along so well. I can already smell it. It smells so amazing. You guys should actually try out this recipe. I'm telling you, it's so efficient, it's so easy. Shrinkage is normal and there's absolutely nothing wrong with walking around with your hair in a shrunken state. Because you find that some people are like, oh, I can't go out because my hair's in a shrunken state, I'm gonna look like a little boy. Listen, we were all born with short hair, so we all look like some little boys at some point. So if that's the case, then so be it. Like, I'm not scared of shrinkage. Like, don't be scared of shrinkage, guys. Like, shrinkage is part of your hair. Shrinkage shows that your hair is healthy. Shrinkage shows that your hair has elasticity. Shrinkage is the magic in natural hair. It's a part of you. You can't run away from it. You can't. Yeah. Okay, these are all my vegetables. I'm just gonna mix them properly. Just drink some water. So as I was saying, so this thing of expecting people to stretch their hair every night, always saying, oh, natural hair is a lot of maintenance because you need to stretch your hair every night. Like, personally, I stretch my hair twice a week if I have my hair out at most. Sometimes once a week, and that's enough. Because it's time consuming to do that, and it's just unrealistic to always stretch your hair every night. I used to hate it when people would ask me like, oh, did you cut your hair, you know? And I have to explain to them, no, it's shrinkage. You guys might actually kill me for this. A comb does not. And I am standing by my statement. A comb does not cause any damage to your hair. A comb does not break your hair. And for 98% of the time I used to comb my hair when I was natural, and I do not remember losing length just because I used to comb my hair, you know. And I think it's highly a thing of technique. Combing my hair is way better because my hair is separated for the longest time and for the most part of the journey when I actually have my hair out. If you're the person that grew up combing your hair, please carry on combing your hair if you know how to comb your hair. A comb doesn't hurt your hair if you know how to do it properly. This looks really amazing, guys. It looks really amazing. I'm so proud of myself. I feel like with protective styling, you cannot expect a protective style to take care of your hair, to protect your hair. You need to moisturize your hair underneath the protective style. You need to wash your hair when it's actually got build up from the protective style. You need to take care of your hair underneath the protective style. And that actually leads me to my next point, which is you can actually keep your protective style for more than 4 weeks. I know some people usually say keep your protective style for 4 to 6 weeks. You can actually do it for more than 4 to 6 weeks. I know my sister, she kept her braids for like 3 months. She used to wash them, she used to moisturize them, and she grew so much length within those 3 months. If you want to keep your hair for more than 4 weeks, be sure to be taking care of it underneath, so that when you actually take it off, you're not gonna be experiencing like breakage and your hair falling and your hairline doing things, you know. So natural hair is only recognized when it's long and not when it's short. A lot of people have natural hair, and I'm saying natural hair in the sense of 4C hair. Actually, a lot of people don't believe that firstly our hair can grow. So now when it's growing, it's like, wow, you know, you actually have beautiful hair. Like, people have beautiful hair even when they actually have short hair. So I feel like we don't appreciate hair when it's still short. People with short hair do have beautiful hair. I've seen like a lot of beautiful short hair, and wow, it's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. Let me just dish up and we will see how it looks like. Salad dressing that I made, it just has olive oil, salt and pepper, and lemon, and some parsley. So I like to have my salad as a side. If you want to, you can cut your chicken into dices, and you can also add the chicken onto the vegetables. I'll also add a little bit of mayo for the little ambiance and stuff. Before I do any tasting, I want to just mention this. With natural hair, guys, you can do absolutely anything with it. You can dye your hair, you can straighten your hair, you can blow dry your hair, you can do whatever it is that you want with your hair. Fine, yes, there are guidelines, but that's not where it all ends. Have a lot of fun with your hair, because if you don't have fun with your hair, you will get so bored. Trust me, natural hair can be boring if you're not doing anything with it. Experiment with your hair, but then in the process, just be careful. If, for example, you're going to be using heat, make sure that at the end of the day you are going to use a heat protectant. If you're going to be using dye on your hair, make sure that you know how to actually treat dyed hair. So just don't be scared to have fun with your hair. It doesn't only end here with stretching your hair, putting on a protective style. It doesn't end there. Enjoy your hair, embrace your hair, love your hair, have fun with your hair. Let's taste. Chicken is so amazing. It is so soft. It's just amazing. Wow. I knew I can cook, but not like this. This is so amazing. It literally tastes like I bought it from, like, I don't know, some professional restaurants or something. It's so nice. Anyway, that's it for this week's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. And if you guys want more kitchen talks with me, then also please smash the like button. I would like to do more of them with you and share some more recipes with you guys. And if you have any unpopular opinion or just anything to say to me, please leave it in the comment section down below. I would like to connect with you guys there. And also don't forget to follow me on my social platforms. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.